Hello everyone and welcome back. I'm Duke Silver and today we're playing Waddle. Now, I found this game kind of interesting because I know the Princess Pea is the new like hotness right now and everybody is has an opinion on her. But I figured I've got quite a few games showing how good she is, so let's post one that shows how to beat Princess Pea. But yeah, so let's get into this game. Yeah, we start out with a triple on a black cat, getting a Potion Master's cookbook and some extra stats on it with magic research. And then we get a really good shrink spell into a chicken to be able to buy a bunch of characters and fill out our board. Which means we're going to be able to take out this pumpkin and also win this fight. Which on 2.2 is it rarely happens, so we're very happy to do that. A pretty efficient turn here. We get a Spell Weaver as well as a Shard with the Potion Master's Cookbook and also a Blind Mouse, which we're of course looking to pick up as Waddle. Fate's opponent clearly flipped their Polywoggle early in the game, so they'll have a Golden Shadow Assassin soon enough. We triple or pair up another black cat, and then we're gonna go with Crown of Atlas here. We get it just gives us so many stats with all our animals already. Not to mention we can make use of animals being good later on potentially. And again, we have the Potion Master's Cookbook, so we're gonna take Polywoggle and just put a bunch of stats on it and try and get the Slay here. And we get the Slay, and it survives, so we get a fully functional Medusa. And as I was saying, we this is a game that kind of culminates in taking down Princess Pea. So clearly Medusa is going to be a piece for that because, like Scam is kind of the great equalizer in the game, but even more so against P, Scam is just exactly what you want to be doing to shut it down because E is so easily disruptible, and we're gonna see that happen later in the game. But also worth noting, we did pick up a hat there, and we because of the Crown of Atlas, our pig was good, so we sharded it into a golden water wraith, and I just positioned my black cats around it to get as much scaling as we can, and we got I think maximum scaling in that fight, so that's great. Also, it's worth noting, like if you're having trouble with water wraith, finding ways to scale it if it's getting taken out, and you haven't done this already, like having black cat in 1 is the way to scale water wraith reliably. You want water wraith in 2 and black cat in 1, so that if you go first and you're getting guaranteed scaling. Yeah, just something that I've noticed in playing water wraith, because I noticed for a long time I was playing it just trying to put it between like black cats or token makers, but the fact that it would just get taken out, it would get sniped immediately. So what I found works best is yeah, having your extra token maker go first and have it in number 2, so you're way more likely to get the scaling on there, is what I'm trying to say. And yeah. But yeah, so we get a bunch more scaling on it. It's 23, so got quite a few extra stats there. And we're trying to basically, since we picked up hat earlier, we're really trying to find a crystal ball. So we're keeping all the 3 pairs that we can. And the quiver there is not as good as the Crown of Atlas, but I just want to take it out of the pool so that there's a better chance of us finding a crystal ball next time we get a 3 treasure. But also we're kind of running out of chances to get level 3 treasures, so I am going to sell down and take this experience, so that if we miss on when we triple our pig or Spellweaver, then we can just we have kind of a secondary game plan of just getting experience and trying to get ahead of the lobby that way. Yeah, we win another fight here. A little bit closer than Lobby's like relatively strong, so that was a pretty close fight, even though we're relatively strong. All right, and I'm really tempted to just take Horn of Olympus here. I think I might take Ring of Rage instead, though. Actually, they've got the Lady of the Lake in the shop already, and I take Horn very aggressively now just because of Princess Pea. So yeah, actually we do end up taking the Princess or the Horn of Olympus, and we're gonna pick up this Lady of the Lake. It helps with now that we've got this giant what do you call it, copycat. The extra health is gonna do some work there, and also obviously we want to get extra health on our donkey, so we're kind of happy to pick up Lady of the Lake and put toughness on everything in the front row anyways. And our giant copycat is gonna hold it down in front and allow us to win there with our range. And now that we don't have the Crown of Atlas anymore, and we didn't find Crystal Ball, I think it's gonna be the sarcophagus here. So we've got the Black Cat, we've got Medusa, we've got kind of the beginnings of a pumpkin comp already, so. Also, I think Horn is pretty decent in the pumpkin comp. It makes Boomhilda so much more valuable. And also now we've got this book, which is a fine piece. You can use it as sort of a scam piece. We're gonna kind of do like a little copycat impression though. Gonna put it in the back with 50 health. I think it's even in slot 3. It's very, very likely to be able to attack, even at I think it's what 5.0 right now. And we get a couple of those, or a couple spells off with the book. There's sort of an argument for taking Burnbeard here, like just because we're at 6 early, but I really don't like taking Burnbeard before Ashwood. I just think it just doesn't give you nearly enough stats as a level 6 character, unless you like Polywoggle or Kiss into it, and then find Ashwood afterward. But yeah, there's a pumpkin. We're gonna take that. We've got this horn. We've got this sarcophagus. And we switched into Mad Catter there just because it's a little bit better than Wonder Waddle. It's not ideal, but I think it was our best option out of that hero shop. Tempted to either switch or pivot into Good Boy here, or potentially pick up that Baba Yaga that has some extra stats on it, but it's probably not worth it. We'd rather just find like a Boomhilda. We get a little bit of donkey value, even this late in the game. Our opponent is also on level 6, 2 turns early. But fortunately, our setup is a little bit better than theirs, and we have enough sarcophagus triggers, as well as a very fortunate siren hit to take them out there. Which is, I mean, probably in our best interest. I think they might have ended up quite strong with the setup they had there. Yeah, we're gonna take a Hercules. It's got the extra Catter stats. And we're gonna put some extra power on it so it can get there in 3 hits. It doesn't. I mean, of course, it doesn't fit in the pumpkin comp, but actually, we're gonna take this. This evil twin. We're gonna lock for this evil twin, and then we're gonna make an evil Herc. So maybe we'll get 2 Herc activations out of here in this game. Not to mention the evil Herc actually plays on the board a lot better. Fortunately, our second Medusa attacks into a statue. We're gonna get 2 pumpkin activations with 0 room on the board, so just a little bit awkward. Yeah, with our tokens, we take out another player. Yeah, we make an evil Herc. And I guess we're taking this... I'm not sure about this play in hindsight. I don't think I really want to triple up Lady of the Lake there. I don't think there's really many 4s that I really want. So I think that was probably a mistake. I probably should have just rolled, but we did get a Krampus Slay, and we're quite strong, so... I mean, we're at 45 health. But yeah, here's the Princess Pea comp. They don't really have treasures that are incredibly exciting. But yeah, I think we're gonna get a Herc treasure out of this and win the fight here. They don't quite have enough stats with just that one Sporko to take us down, and we get another good Siren Slay at the end. So yeah, so we get our Herc treasure first, so which I think is gonna be Mimic. Mimic works the best for our pumpkin comp, and Mimic Sarcophagus, and we could steal a horn. And as objectively hilarious as it would be to take 2 horns and a Mimic, unfortunately I'm a try-hard 5k gamer, and I go for the Ring of Rage. But I feel like if I'd won with 2 horns and a Mimic, then that's some kind of achievement. And again, to me, it's just objectively hilarious. I don't know why I said objectively. I mean, that's actually the definition of subjectively, so yeah, let's just move on from that. So yeah, this opponent has a Soul Tack, which means they're gonna save some damage from our Sarcophagus. Also, I switched out the Ring of Rage for a treasure map just because, like, again, we're very strong. Like, there's no real reason that we can't just take a level 7 treasure. And unfortunately, none of these are particularly great. We only have 1 opponent left, so Excalibur is not really what we want. So we're just gonna take a double Holy Grail. We're gonna try and spend 2,000 gold next turn. And we might as well triple up a Medusa, because next turn we can just start, if we buy just a bunch of Medusas, it'll let us play 3 Medusas if we want, if that ends up being something that seems like a good option. It's gonna do a little last minute positioning, just put a little extra toughness on this apple tree instead of this Herc. Now they got a golden pea as well as a regular pea. And yeah, and they have a Soul Tack, so yeah, they get a lot of stats on their back row, which means we're not gonna quite have the stats to take them down this time, unfortunately. And here I do like the classic mistake of just buying 6 drops. I guess I convinced myself that it's a good strategy just to try and get the treasures, but I think it's actually much better to just have a game plan for your Holy Grail and just roll down and take specific things rather than just trying to build a comp while you're in the middle of the turn. Because I kind of go like half trees. I buy a couple Scions of the Storm, but I should have just bought these pumpkins and then focused on just building my ultimate scam comp. Because yeah, we don't quite get there. We pick up a second Medusa. I missed a third. I should have cast the Hermes Magic Beans. Just rolled past a bunch of stuff that I feel like I shouldn't have. The fact that we still have this Lady of the Lake on the board is a little bit awkward. But yeah, we took out the support immediately, and yeah, getting the Medusa attack on I think it was on the Princess Pea, is great. So they're down to just 1 support and their Princess Pea now, so they have nowhere near enough stats to survive. And yeah, so even with like kind of an awkward scam board, I mean we had a Holy Grail, but I wouldn't call this like an incredible scam board by any means. But yeah, we still were able to basically completely dominate that P comp. So there's just so many different ways. Like P is so fragile. Like, I mean, obviously Medusa shuts down anything, but like a big enough Cupid can kill their supports before they can attack. Like lightning dragons can take out their supports. Yeah, they even had Soul Tack there, and it wasn't enough to protect their backline and allow them to outstat us. So yeah, I think it's just worth noting that P definitely has weaknesses, and I don't know, some people think that she's just incredibly overpowered or gives too many stats, but I actually think she's in a great spot. Yeah, you do have to play around her a little bit, which is, I guess, can feel bad if you don't find the pieces to counter her. But I still think like a great 6-drop in this game is something that's strong enough to build around, but is still beatable, which I think is the very definition of P. But yeah, so thanks everyone for watching. If you liked the video, please drop a like, subscribe if you haven't already. It really helps the channel. I really appreciate it. This is kind of an intermission between tournament games, so I'm gonna have the semifinals tomorrow from the community gaming tournament, and that'll be 3 rounds of games, and then I'll be doing a top 8 either the next day or the following day after that. Maybe another little intermission between those. We'll see. They take a little longer to edit and voice over and whatnot, so I like to spread it out just a little bit, just to spread out the workload kind of thing. But yeah, so yeah, hope this was educational. I hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you tomorrow.